I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I have a dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash. Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better? Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness. You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one. Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C minus, sir. Your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up? In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class? You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You in the club banging it. You know I taught Sue Tupac. Oh, dude, I would never sleep. I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. He tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is good.
Get some. Get some, y'all.
Let's see, Wii U woman.
No, I already got it now for you.
Okay.
Where's it going?
So he posted it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, and those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
Boys in a back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double, because remember, the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one in the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, where I just walked into GameStop, I'm like, you guys go Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
You
why?
ain't even gotta pay, pimpin'. Just go ahead and take it.
Because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real had that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
Scott-
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah,
it
they
to like
ported it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch game.
will just never forget that trailer. Everybody's just like, end? What? No
Oh,
one
I
cares.
remember Mike hyping that bullshit up. Oh, I remember. It's so innovative where you're just like a zombie's coming and you gotta look down and go shit, 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 and try to get your thing as opposed to pause, find item. Oh, I remember you hyping that bullshit
Yeah.
up. Oh,
Oh wow, yeah. I'm having flashbacks to that now too.
oh man.
It's a lot better in the Zelda games that came out for Wii U. Having the menu management there.
I minored in history with a focus on the development of Western European socialism. Not socialism,
Every word of that
fascism.
was just lit to me. I
So-
mean, every word, every single
West.
syllable was just like,
I'm
ugh.
quick north and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through my
Imagine
mind.
right now where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big, ugly West
Just look at
Virginia.
your ID. Are you the mayor?
Because like even like out of context, it's just like big, ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no, I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from big ugly West Virginia.
It's
Nintendo
debatable.
absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown's description. It was just like only Toadette can wear this crown, so it's just like kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. earned a C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 349. This is going to be a scuff one. And not like the normal, Mike did a stupid, like last time. This is just...
I mean,
Discord-
Mike could have done a stupid as well.
That's always a possibility, but this is including, like, in addition to that potentiality. Discord updated. So, actually, you can even see my little blip thing on Ralph's screen right now, which I have to fix right here. So, all the UI changed. So, I had to, like, do some adjusting of things on the fly a little bit. And Ralph, because of that update as well, his microphone's coming through. He can hear the sound effects of Discord. He can't hear us. So, that's why he's muted. He may blip in and out, which I'll have to switch between the 2 camera scene, the 3 cameras. We're just going to deal with it and keep the ball rolling. As is what we do.
What a crazy, crazy thing. And the UI sucks, by the way.
It's everybody needs they have to try and keep us on our toes, keep things updated, keep things fresh.
Why?
Because it gives developers like us some work to do.
Yeah, no, the work is gonna get worked, but as a bigwig, what in your mind makes you go, all right, we've had this design for 4 years. Let's change it entirely.
Stagnation. They don't want it to be like.
What's wrong with stagnation?
They don't want it to be like, nah.
The Whopper is the Whopper. Like, what do you want? You're gonna get variations on the Whopper. You can create new themes.
Technology is different from a sandwich.
I need that in like a piece of parchment. I need that in like a quote. Technology is different than a sandwich.
It is. People will look at the shirt like, yep. No lies detected.
Go ahead, BG. I interrupted you.
No, I don't even want to say. The structure of a car has basically been the same for like 35 years. The only thing you're redesigning is the shell, the UI. But even then, a Ford F-150 is still a Ford F-150. You still know what the truck looks like. It's still the basic truck structure.
The differences
are minute. These are sweeping changes.
And they think it's good.
And it's clearly not, because it sucks.
That's not for me to say.
Yes, it is. You're the end user. You should. If anybody should say it sucks, it's you.
I don't think I've used it enough. Like, this is honestly the first bit of that I've like had to deal with it in any capacity. I don't use Discord enough to like notice. But
as a daily user, it sucks. The mobile change sucked. The web change sucked. It's no different than when YouTube changed, like all those years back, and it looked great, and then it didn't look great, and we've just been stuck with the not great look for a long time.
But looking back at old YouTube, it looks weird.
Yeah, it looks weird because we've grown so accustomed to this, but no, it was better.
I wouldn't want to go back.
If anything, bring the stars back, please.
Obviously.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, and then you just get rid of thumbs down for people to view. Disgusting.
Bring back threads, or what was it? Groups? What was it called?
Groups was.
Video responses too.
I forgot.
And
about
bulletins.
It
was really a social media platform.
Mm-hmm. And there's like all this stuff costs us money, and people it's the videos. People want the videos. And that is where they went. All right. Been 2 weeks. Have a few things to talk about, but of course, weekly reminder. Black Lives Matter. Stop hating it. Get your vaccines and boosters. Wear your masks in crowded indoor places if you're sick. Support Ukraine. Support LGBTQ rights. Support body autonomy. Pay your employees what they are worth. Fuck generative AI. Fuck genocide. And be good to one another.
It is astounding to me the amount of people that have always been, I hate AI, I hate AI. And then the Miyazaki Howling Castle, that Studio Ghibli artwork came out. I'm just like, I always hated it, but this is cute. And it's just them making a picture of themselves in the Ghibli style. And it's like, you have to understand what you're doing. You only hated it when it wasn't in your mind to your convenience or benefit. And now it's like, well, this is awesome, so shrug shoulders.
There are a lot of people that are trying to use generative AI to make fun of generative AI, but you still used generative AI.
You've done the thing.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Speaking of,
still sucks.
You know, there are the people that just say fuck AI, don't use AI, and just have a strong stance. Awesome people, including. For a different thing, at least I've seen it in the news cycles, Pedro Pascal, which I think people are finding now about the little twist in Last of Us Part 2. I haven't actually looked at if there's any backlash, just because I know that was a contentious thing with the video game.
There was backlash.
Okay.
But the way that they did the scene is very much it feels like a response to the criticisms that they would get, like the whole thing of Joel in the game. Not a whole lot of dialogue from Joel, but in the show, he goes, "I saved you," which is a big thing. And she's just like, "I don't care. You call this living? I would." So it's a lot of reactions to that. She actually explains like it was my father, the doctor. So there's less to criticize, but there still is a lot to criticize.
A lot of it is that a lot of game people hate that she got her speech off and all of that because they're like, you don't trust your audience enough to wait around for whatever. But people have to understand that unlike a video game, which is a 60, 70, 50, whatever dollar investment that you are like, I'm going to power through this in order to get my money's worth. The only thing you're spending in terms of watching Max that you already have a subscription to is your time. And people will stop watching a thing if they like, oh my God, no, I'm out of here.
You're already
They've
getting
lost.
that big shock, and then I don't understand what's going on. And you'll figure it out 5-6 episodes later.
And it's not even like a mystery box like a Lost or Manifest or or From or whatever, where the mystery is part of the intrigue of what you're watching. It's this character rocked up, did the thing. I don't know about her. I lost one of my fave characters. What's left for me? There are people legitimately like, I don't even want to watch anymore because I have nobody to root for, and I kind of just want everybody to die. And you can look at it as, hey, it's the revenge narrative, not narrative, but the revenge story for Ellie. But if you don't like Ellie enough, because in this season she's basically just been a whiny teenager, which is fine. She should be that thing, especially with what Joe did for her and, in essence, to her. It's hard to root for her revenge when you don't really like her right now.
And a big thing in terms of just the medium in general, with a game, it is a very interactive experience, so there is something else that is like a tangible thing that keeps you there. If you enjoy the gameplay,
if you don't like the story,
exactly.
You can like the game.
The gameplay itself is keeping you there. And then I think in terms of the game itself, like the Last of Us 2 game, you know, you're playing as Ellie, this person comes in, just randomly kills Joel. Obviously a lot of shock, you hate this person, but then the game puts you playing as I'm forgetting her name.
Abby.
And then basically then you, through the gameplay as well as the story being presented in the gameplay, learn about her motivations, and then you're like, shit. And that's just kind of a part of that experience. But with the show, you are just watching. You have no input, so to speak, in terms of like what is happening and to the progression of the actual story.
You know, one of those long cutscenes that go on for 30 minutes. Around the 25-minute mark, you might just start phasing out, just like, all right, let's get to the gameplay, and it's not really resonating too much with you. But here, you're just stuck with just the media.
Yeah, it is just a cutscene. But
yes, revenge is bad, and that's also a big thing of just we see where this is going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a lot of back and forth things.
Okay,
acting is getting praised, of course, but
yes.
It's still the content within is.
Yes.
Bruh, the way they're treating Bella is ridiculous out here. I've seen way too many memes about her face. The girl that plays Ellie.
Oh.
Way too many memes about her looks.
Internet will internet.
Yep.
No, this feels different. This feels real hateful.
No, I think it's just the interneting.
Part of it is gonna be that a certain sect of people are really mad that Ellie, the supposed 14-year-old from the first game, is not hot enough in their eyes.
There's always going to be the people going, well, who am I going to jerk it to now?
people are truly douchebags
Yes.
because the anonymity really gives you carte blanche to say and do horrendous things. And dude, I would love just for a day out of the year, everybody who posts on the internet full name is on display, where they stay, nothing like we all forget what happens the next day, like information wise. We forget what your name is, we forget where you live, but we don't forget the things you said. I would really be interested to see who has the balls to say the things they're saying in that instance.
For sure.
It's there's this big thing on Twitter going on right now. It's just like, can 100 men defeat a gorilla?
N-word, sir.
And people started taking it there. And it's like, there was this whole fun thing. And then people are just like, oh, this sounds like Chicago. You know, cops coming in and killing one gorilla. It's like, come on now. But the gorilla would win.
In both contexts.
I don't know why it's in discussion.
But thing I was gonna say before, with Pedro Pascal, has come out strong against Mrs. J.K. Rowling.
Oh yeah, he has a trans sister.
Yes, calling her a quote heinous loser. Great, great line. Heinous is such a good word.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's so sophisticated.
It's such a sophisticated.
It's not hateful. It's more dismissive,
especially against a writer. I feel like that just adds another layer. I'm going to use the English language to its utmost to insult you.
Heinous, like disgusting, really brings something to mind. All these other words that are just derogatory, but heinous just feels like you could use it in a corporate setting, and it'd be cool.
All right,
I am truly interested to see the reception to this Harry Potter TV show, because the vibes are not vibing right now.
They're not.
So I'm super interested to see.
It's got a piss mist around it.
Bruh, legitimately.
Can you hear?
Hey, we're here.
There we go.
Did you figure out what was wrong?
Yeah, for some way or somehow Elgato changed where its software was installed with the last update, so I had to reinstall it real quick.
There you go. It'd be like that sometimes.
Updates abound.
The casting choices are getting just the feeling around it in general.
There's a rumor that Harry will be black.
Oh boy. A black Harry and a black Snape? Mine got.
Over.
And it's the thing that I keep seeing, again, this is speculation rumor because it's never been said to be true or not, but honestly, it would make sense, is the whole reason that this show is coming about is that literally everyone from the previous cast has come out in support of trans rights and transgender people. And she is making the show...
A large majority of them.
Yes, and she is making the show to, quote, replace them.
I can't say that considering the black castings. It feels very much like
that seems. I don't. To me, you could also angle that as being like, I'm being so inclusive to everyone except.
I'm feeling more like.
I don't think she has creative control in that way. I don't think the studio gave her that right.
I feel more so that it's like, hey, if it fails, we can go, oh, it failed because of wokeness. And if it succeeds, well, it succeeds no matter what. You can't kill Harry Potter.
I figure the studio must have been smart enough to know how fucking stupid she is. And just kind of literally went, so we're going to take casting control for ourselves here. And this is going to be part of the contract. This is just you making money. Like, I'm sure she's not directly involved.
That's kind of like what happened with the game, where it was just like, okay,
yeah, exactly.
The name's on it. Here's a check. There's the door.
Yep. You are not involved. This is our project. Sign, make money, and leave us alone.
We'll see, because she might have some fingers in the pie.
I imagine
But
she'd have
it's-
some, but I don't think she's going to have that much influence. Because so far, she's not commenting as if she has control. She's just kind of being like, smile and nod, boys.
I think it's better for the product if she is not
Yeah.
outwardly
Right.
involved.
Yeah.
If you just
And
like
everyone knows it.
don't talk about it.
Especially since she's doing all this spending, trying to get legislation passed in UK about trans people. She sucks. Just a horrendous monster. Heinous monster.
Heinous loser.
No, I'm saying monster.
All right.
I'm gonna start working heinous in for her though.
Actually, here's a question for you guys. So, like late June, going to Florida to visit my dad, and we're gonna go to the new Universal Park. Do I even go into the Ministry of Magic section? I already paid for the ticket,
What?
and I don't plan on buying anything there.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I say go for it.
It doesn't feel like anything. If you don't plan to buy or anything, it doesn't feel like anything you're doing there is going to support her.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
she
what
got $1 billion. I don't care if she gets my 30. That ain't doing nothing for
The
her.
thing is, it's like, you got to wonder too, is she actually going to be getting a lot out of that?
Probably.
She gets, even if she doesn't get anything like a kickback, she gets a big bulk. She would get a big bulk check based on how well
Sales
things
percentages.
are going. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see
So,
that.
If let's just say she sold, or Harry Potter stuff sold $300 million worth of merch, she may not necessarily get anything from that merch, but she might get $150 million for the next licensing deal for merch. And in that instance, it is still basically contributing to her.
Yeah.
I will spend $0 for Harry Potter things.
Oh, yeah.
$0.
I'll just support the company that I am too far gone to not support right now in buying a bunch of shit in Nintendo Land.
Cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked.
Oh, sorry. Wahoo!
Man. They got you.
Oh,
They got you so
It's
bad.
pathetic.
I'm too far gone. But before we get to other Nintendo stuff, other thing I want to talk about, because I think it'll be relatively quick. One, so a couple of things from Marvel Rivals. One, we now know the reason why they buffed all the dude butts in a previous patch is because they're having swimsuit costumes come out. And they wanted
No,
to
they're
make
not.
yeah.
Where did this come out from? I haven't seen this yet.
Just go to IGN and look up Marvel swimsuits. So they're doing like a comic book
That's
swimsuit run.
You
And
got to do a little bit more than that.
in conjunction with that. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, Marvel swimsuits is gonna conjure a lot of things, Mike.
It did. It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. Thanks, Mike.
Try
That was
Marvel
a terrible.
Rival swimsuits.
Oh shit! It's on their website. It is on the Marvel Rivals website. Okay.
So they're having swimsuit cosmetics come out for the game. So they need to make sure that the dudes can still look good next to the plethora of ladies that are in the game. So that's, I think, the main reason why they buffed the butts. Like Bomass just put Marvel. That's
No.
fair, meme. That's fair. And then, did you guys hear about the boycott, the support boycott?
No.
So,
Oh no. People in my group chat were talking about a boycott.
so there was a popular streamer by the name of Necros. Don't know them at all, but apparently they're a big streamer. He's been streaming a lot of Marvel Rivals. I think he was also a pretty big streamer for Overwatch as well. Went on this like complete rant tirade saying this like support players suck, they're all idiots and morons. Just went on like this gigantic rant saying like everyone who plays support sucks. Which of course, when you have a big following and make a carte blanket statement, you're gonna have a whole bunch of people just believe whatever you say. And so people in random games or like we're playing and then they hear someone in the voice chat or someone in the like text chat being like, man, Necros is right about you support mains. So carte blanche, there's just a support strike going on right now in Marvel Rivals. Most support mains just not playing support. No one's playing support. So everyone is just dying stupid quickly. And yeah, I found that very fascinating. You don't poke the bear. The bear won't heal you anymore, and then other bears will eat you.
It's a healthy community that everybody would actually do that, though.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm like,
For sure.
I like playing this character. Screw you.
All right. Next thing in terms of games. Oblivion got shadow dropped. Remaster. Been kind of rumored, kind of not. They are not calling it a remaster. Air quotes remaster.
They're not calling it
It's
a
a-
remake.
no,
It is
no,
a
it's-
remaster.
It is a remake. It is, yeah.
They're calling it a remaster, but it feels like a remake.
Mm-hmm. But they're not calling it a remake. Bethesda.
Yes.
For whatever reason. So it was like basically like kind of rumored, and then they had an announcement. I think most people were expecting the Oblivion remaster, but the fact that they released it that day was the surprise. The shadow dropping was the surprise. And obviously a lot of people playing it. Eventually I'll probably get to it just because that was actually Oblivion was the first Elder Scrolls game I ever played. And I enjoyed it a lot way back when. And it's like stuff that I've seen, that they obviously improved some things, but they kept like the jankiness that I think people enjoy with a Elder Scrolls game, including some like notable things from Oblivion. There's a line in the game that is very infamous, that it's a double take, where a guy gives a line, he's like, oh, hold on, let me try that again. And then gives the line again, but that's in the recording and that's in the game. Kept that, as well as just a bunch of other like random little things here and there. Did anyone else here play Oblivion? Or is it just me?
I played it years ago, but I never finished it. I think I played like 4 hours of it. And this remaster, I played like an hour and a half of it.
Not your cup of tea?
End of my Clear Obscure came out.
There's that
Yeah, I
too.
was gonna say, that's a stupid question, Mike.
Yeah, no.
There's
Why
only
would I play-
one
why would
thing
I be
he's going
playing
to
anything
touch.
else?
I could still ask the question and it's still a valid yes or no. I know Claire Obscure came out, but that doesn't detract of did you like the game or not.
I played an hour and a half. Like, it's an Oblivion game. You don't even know if it's gonna be well or worth it for you until like 4 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't done enough. I don't think I even. Yeah, I got out of the caves, and that's about it for me.
Gotcha.
Like, that's it. Like, no, the dungeon. Yeah, no, Claire Obscure.
On that note, holy fuck, Claire Obscure. They're like the numbers that they're getting right now have already like exceeded the expectations of the dev team, which I would like to note is a 30-man team that made this
33.
game. 33. Very small team. Incredibly small team. Compared to some of the other like big game like Final Fantasy RPGs that have come out in recent years.
Hey, guess what? Turn-based Final Fantasy. Look the happen. You cucks. Stop cucking out. Give the people what they want. 1 million copies sold already.
Yep. And the thing I was going to point out, though, was if Oblivion hadn't been shadow dropped, it'd be more.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
There are a lot of people like I'll play once I'm done with Oblivion, and their Oblivion playthrough is probably going to be like a month or so. So it's probably going to get a little surge every now and then, weekly surge of hey, 5 weeks later, suddenly it sold 3 times more than the previous week or something.
How far are you?
I
act?
just. Oh, I'm still in Act 1.
Okay.
I'm taking my sweet old time with it.
I'm a good chunk of the way into Act 2.
Okay.
This game is doing some things that I'm really liking. They harken back to other turn-based RPGs that I've played in the past. The mimes, almost like a rip off of Chrono Trigger, of the like. There's like a side boss that you can do that basically like teaches you the mechanics of the game, and it's supposed to be like a very hard challenge and what have you. There are some like super bosses where it's just like, or not, I shouldn't say super bosses, but just like really stronger enemies. Some of them it's just like you go up against them and you're like, not ready. Nope. But then there's some where you're like,
happened in the first dungeon where it's just like you walk up to somebody, they're like, oh, they're really dangerous, and you try, and it's like, nope, can't do that yet.
But there's like some where it's just like I faced them once and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And it's like it's hard, but you can eke out the win.
Especially if you start learning the timing of the attacks.
And they
the
keep
parries and the dodging. God, I love this game.
And up until where I'm at, they're still introducing mechanics. So
I wouldn't doubt it.
There's just they keep adding
Every
on.
fan character gets a mechanic.
True.
It's so awesome.
True. But yeah, play this game. It is very good. All like the cast itself are doing all fantastic jobs. The gameplay is awesome. Story is cool. The world is stupid interesting.
This is real like, hey, pay attention to art direction more than graphic stuff. Because there's some real,
even
like,
with a semi-realistic
movements.
Yeah, even with a semi-realistic visual, there's still aesthetic all over the place.
It's still fantastical. And there's some janky stuff in here, like some of the running looks uber jank. And I do not care.
That's why I just play as I think it's June. She just floats.
Lune. Yeah.
Or Lune, sorry, Lune. J and L, Lune. Yeah, just plays Lune. She just floats everywhere. No running needed to be looked at.
Hey, but she's shoeless, so.
Robo legs, though. They're robo legs.
Mm.
What kind of robo legs?
But
They're
yeah,
prosthetic legs.
This is a game people should be playing if they're
Game
a
of the
fan
year
of
contender
JRPG.
by like easily.
There's no contender for me.
Right now, like there's obviously we still got a full year, but right now
doesn't matter.
This is the game of the year.
This is a spoiler, y'all, for my 2025 game of the year.
You're almost halfway over.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah, play Claire
2 months
Obscure
ago.
Expedition 33. Also, you may be wondering, why is it called Expedition 33? The game lets you know within the first hour, and it punches you in the dick. With feels. Punches you in the dick with feels.
Even the journals you find, it's just like, dang, these are just all people that came here.
Nuts. Yeah. Guess what I'm doing after this podcast ends? Playing the game. Is anybody else playing anything right now?
I'm gonna be playing this game for 6 weeks at least. No, Claire Obscure is. There are times when I'm like, I don't want to really think on things, so I'll play like Balatro. But beyond that, or Journey of Wrestling. But beyond that, I'm playing Claire Obscure.
Just Assassin's Creed so far. I want to finish that up.
How is that going?
I have.
That's conflict. Your face.
He enjoys it enough.
That's the thing. I do. It's It's a good game. It's a compelling enough story. I think it suffers from the open world syndrome of we made it pretty, but there's not a lot in it.
Yeah, I started learning when I played, I think it was Far Cry 5 or 6. I recognized that, I really don't like this open world stuff anymore. Where you're just kind of running to the next location. There's not a lot to do in that time except like pick up things to craft.
And the thing is that they made the world perfect. Like the game feels amazing to run around in. The seasonal changes actually impact shit, and the way that flows is fun. There's random interactions that you come across, but it very much feels like the game is bigger than the content inside. And that is the letdown. Now, I just had a scene where I did something, a monotonous grind fest part of the game where you're just like, okay, I need to get these knowledge points to be able to increase my abilities. And it flows. It's I say monotonous, but it makes sense to do it. I enjoy it. But I went to go do it, and the game punked me. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I went to do this thing that I've done like literally like 30 fucking times already. And as I go to start doing the mantra, because it's a whole bunch of like hand signs and like a vocal mantra, motherfucking ninja came out of nowhere to attack me in the middle of the cutscene. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait, I'm not ready. And the motherfucker has a skull next to his name, so he's way over leveled for what I should be fighting, and he one-shots my ass. So I'm just like, hold up. I didn't expect that to happen. And I reload to my last checkpoint, and guess where that is? With the motherfucker standing over me in the cutscene. So I'm just like, I have to win this now. So that was a moment where I'm like, fuck. All right, the game knows, like, by this point, you're going to be getting to the point of monotony. We're going to fuck with you now. So now you don't know when it's monotony and when there's shit coming your way. And so I have been enjoying that. So it's like, there's stuff there. And the game, I think the game devs knew, like, okay, around here, they're going to be getting to the point where, like, okay, repetition's setting in. Let's break that repetition and fuck with them. So it is a good game. There is good stuff here. It's just the one thing that's dragging me down on when I talk about it is the open world, because there's not enough there. But content wise, there is stuff. It's just finding it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there no runaway in it?
Oh, I could run away.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Homeboy
came after my neck. Homeboy came for my neck when I'm sitting there doing my fucking mantra. Nah, bitch, you're dying. You're dying. It took me an hour and a half of reloading, but I got him. I am not a punk. You're going down. You came for my neck while I was doing a fucking thing, man. You're going down. And I took out the Kasurigama and I fucking grindfest fucking wrapped that shit around his neck like 100 times, dragged him closer to me, and did the fucking scorpion about 1,000 times. I told that bitch to get over here. And I ended that shit. It was fucking great.
This is the nerdiest New Yorker rant.
For sure.
Dude, it was so much fun. That fight was fun.
So I just pulled out the Kasarigama and...
Yeah, buddy. That's what I did. I chained that motherfucker up.
For that Danganronpa game, do you mean the Master Detective Archives? Because that did look interesting. Oh, Kill Cure. No. Did not know that. I'll be checking that out.
Is this the one that's... There was one by like the art, like they had the art style of Danganronpa, but it wasn't called Danganronpa.
Yeah. That's Master Archive. That's what I was just talking about.
Okay.
I just learned about it. It came out in September, and I will be playing that some point this year after Clear Obscure.
Is that the one that I was thinking of? I'm thinking of something different.
Master Detective Archives, isn't it?
The one with the red-haired guy that looks like an RPG. There was something that came out that had like very recently, that had the art style of Danganronpa, but
National
Um,
Detective Archives,
I don't think it is.
which
I'm
is
looking.
from the team of Danganronpa
I'm
that
looking.
came out in September 2024.
I'm talking within the last few weeks it came out.
Yeah, I can see that one.
I remember it's like
there's 100.
it's like a
lines
Last
something.
Stand civilization thing. I'll have to look it up here in a second, but the 100th line.
I just.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks very much like it.
Last Events
I don't know
Academy.
if it's
There
the
we
same
go.
team, but yes, absolutely. The blue hair girl is straight out of Danganronpa.
So that came out what? 3 days ago, actually. Okay. Yeah, besides Claire, obviously the stuff I'm doing on stream, and then Smash Bros. Always. Once I'm done with Claire Obscura, I'll probably go back to Xenoblade Chronicles X, if I had to venture a guess. And that's another one that's going to take forever, because that's way more grindy than any of the other Xenoblade games. But, D, are you playing
Okay.
anything?
So, the 100 line is from the developers that broke off from Spike Chunsoft,
Oh,
and it is the director of Danganronpa, the composer, and the writer.
gotcha. Are you playing anything right now, DA, or is it just art mode?
I'm doing a thing before I shift over to doing another thing.
Or
Q4. Get ready for it.
is Q4 the one I know about, or is Q4 a different
Q4 is Mufasa.
thing?
But this is the thing before Mufasa.
What do you think of Q2?
When is Q2?
Q2 is I think it
now.
runs from March to June or something.
Yeah, Q2 is safe.
April to June, I think it is.
Definitely. The initial thing is almost done, and then it moves on to another thing.
And that does not involve video games at all.
Nope.
Gotcha.
It might.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say something.
All right, we'll swing out of video games before we go back into it. Two little things. One, well, I didn't even know this was a thing until I heard it was canceled, and then the owner was trying to sell the name, but apparently Fire Festival 2 was attempting to happen,
Yep.
but it got
He
canceled.
said a bunch of crap might happen to not be like, hey, we're gonna have this celebrity and that they might come, and then he canceled it, or indefinite postponement, and then he tried to sell the name.
Yep. And then that's the last I heard of it, was he's trying to sell the brand Fire Festival, which, boy, what a brand that you would want.
He had a whole conversation with CoffeeZilla, and I'm like, dude, this guy is a liar.
Wasn't there a documentary about how bad it went?
Yes.
Yes. People got stranded.
I mean, all it is just a name at this point.
Correct.
And maybe you can own it and come back from it and make it into something positive because you've already got a name attached to it. But I wouldn't be like, hey, give us a chance, Firefest 2.
But the thing is, with Firefest, if you buy the name, people know what Firefest is. It is on people's mind, even if it's not a positive thing.
It is
it's
a known
brand
quantity.
recognized, and now it's like, hey, it's under the banner of people that do have money that can do a really good festival for people, and people will give that a chance.
Not me.
As opposed to, hey, we're the water festival.
I mean,
and it's like we can't.
When you think about it, people didn't give the second Suicide Squad a chance like that, even though that
It was coming off of COVID to be the most fair.
To be the most fair.
It'd have to be water with a Y where the E is.
Yes.
To make it similar enough, of course.
It is the water festival. Please come. And people would just be like, this is just a knockoff. Why would I go to this? when the first one was a scam anyway. Speaking of scam, in Mr. Beast scam, nobody heard about
Mr.
this.
B scam?
Oh,
Explain.
dude.
What?
What new one?
Yeah, I was
What
going to
new
say,
one?
which one?
Oh, this is recent.
Let's hear this.
There's this like resort chain that is trying to get in with influencers and try to cater an experience around those influencers. And this was the first of its kind, the Mr. Beast experience, where you were supposed to go there
Yes.
for a few days.
Yes, I've heard of the Mr. Beast experience.
And you were supposed to go there for a few days and potentially meet Mr. Beast. There was going to be this whole
Boy.
game around it, scavenger hunt, just a whole activity for a weekend. Just think of like a murder mystery getaway for a weekend, but instead it's Mr. Beast.
At the end, you get to kill
Game.
Mr. Beast.
That boy.
In game.
And yeah,
Don't sue me.
people were given a note just like, hey, stay inside your hotel room and wait further instructions. And most just spent 2 days in their hotel room just waiting further instructions. And this was in like Las Vegas or something, someplace touristy. And they just stayed in their room for 2 days. They finally got the instruction. And it was basically a gift basket of like clearance Mr. Beast items. So it was like a extra medium shirt.
I got Feastables! Let's go!
What
And like
the
a
fuck,
plushie
man?
that is like $3 on this website, stuff like that. Dude, and they spent like $3,000 to do this thing.
At least Vegas, flight, nice hotel.
No, to buy the ticket for the experience was like $1,200.
But still, you have to fly there, too.
Oh yeah, all that the travel, and now Beast is like, oh, we'll have them fly out to our studios and they'll get to meet me and blah blah blah, and like reparations. But it's like, okay, you're not reimbursing them for the travel. They can't get none of that back. No, you travel again on your own dime again to come meet me. Boy,
A Cybertruck or something.
It
Yeah.
is crazy that you can be so rich. It's such a piece of garbage.
But that always
Dude.
goes back to, what is a banana, Michael? What could it cost?
$10. It is the greatest line for a rich person to like the mindset of a rich mother. Because the same thing happened. I think it was like Jimmy Fallon or something. And they asked some super rich dude, like, "What do you think a loaf of bread costs?" It was like $26. And it's like, mother, how do you think that?
Because none of these guys are actually going to a grocery store. They just...
No.
It's food appears in their house.
Yeah, they know they're running out of bread, and then they come back and they have more bread.
They
No,
don't know
it's-
that.
Yeah,
That's
they
not
don't,
what they're thinking.
Yeah,
Dude,
they don't know
no.
that. Their assistants and their housekeepers know that.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, well, yeah, that's fair, because I was thinking, oh, they make their own sandwich, but they're not
No.
making a sandwich.
Yeah, they're not making food. What are you talking about?
Hey, to be fair, they might grab an apple out the fridge and
I like how
see,
you didn't say
"Alright,
the
I'm
most
out of
fair.
apples."
I like how you didn't say the most fair.
No, I can't. Just to be fair,
To be medium fair.
fair. They might go for a water and go, oh, there's an apple, and grab both and go, hey, there's only like 4 waters left in the fridge, and that's the end of their thought on that. And they go back next time.
It's
and
gone
there's
as soon as it
13
comes
of
in.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Worthless.
The
And
food
it's
fairies
actually
bless
crazy.
them.
I was
So
looking
true.
up personal chefs. I don't know why I was looking this up a while back. Just like how much it would cost to have them cook a meal for you. And it was something like $600. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. You'd have to pay for the groceries they need to buy and stuff. But $600 for a chef dinner? That is good.
Just one dinner.
Yeah, that was just one dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Michael here like, wait, can I? How much is Factor costing me?
I'm
Wait,
intrigued.
Is this feasible?
Hold up. So
Yeah,
so
if you get a chef for the week, it's $600 for the week. Huh?
Mike's like, I'm in.
You know,
I'll never cook again. But speaking of Mike and lazy, I was actually like,
It's a
I was
fair
scrolling-
statement to make. Continue.
I didn't send it because I didn't look much more into it, and it was this morning, so I was just kind of like half awake. But I was just scrolling through TikTok, and I got a targeted ad, and it was, "Hi, I have got a new product that you'd love to see: my automatic lawnmower." And it is literally an AI-powered lawnmower that drives and maps your yard and cuts your grass.
That's been around for a
And I
while,
was
but
like-
yeah.
And I was like, Mike,
It's
this is screaming Mike.
it's a lawn Roomba.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is. It's a lawn Roomba.
Yeah, they've
The
existed for
Roomba.
a couple years now.
I it's the first I saw of it, Mike, and I just want you to know you were the first person I thought of
Sure.
as part of their target audience.
Sure. Understandable. Cancel my Switch too. Like, sir, that would never happen. Let's let's be the most fair here to me. That ain't
I
happening.
mean, Mike would rather eat the 6-month-old eggs that live in his fridge right now than cancel
Correct.
his Switch 2 subscription.
Correct. Before we
No
get to that,
denial
though.
about the eggs.
Because like the rich person who's not cooking for themselves, Mike doesn't know what's in his fridge day to day
Mike-
besides one of
Mike's-
the Mountain Dews.
Mike's fridge is like that of a rich person, and he doesn't recognize he's not. So the eggs are getting old. I should look in the fridge next time and have new eggs, but he does not because he needs to go get those eggs. As opposed to whatever maid or personal assistant or chef.
Rutherford sure isn't on this job today. There was never a Rutherford.
I detect no lies. The last non-game or two game non-game things that I have. While this is long overdue and almost still not enough, the Oscars are actually getting a stunt category. Finally.
That's nice.
Although some people are like, it's like cool, not enough, because there's a lot of crap that goes into stunt work besides just a team and what have you. So
And we also need to see how they handle it, because it could just be one of those. And in the stunt category, this person won this, and then they
Oh no, that's
won.
100%. They're not getting to speak. You're
So-
a guy.
Everybody's a guy.
No.
Even
You
the
know
women.
who's winning it, right? It's gonna be fucking what's his name from Mission Impossible.
Tom
It's gonna be a
Cruise.
star.
Oh my
yeah, it's gonna
goodness.
be him. It's gonna be him. He's gonna be the first one to win the award because it's gonna be his last fucking Mission Impossible. So it's his last time as the big stunt guy doing his own stunts, and it's going to be him. I knew that the moment this shit was announced.
Mm-hmm. So that's happening. Then the last thing I have is Daredevil, Born Again Season 1 ended. Very much a setup
Still
season,
watch that.
but it was still very good.
Still haven't watched it.
I feel like, because I know a good chunk of it was a lot of the old showrunners coming back. They haven't dropped a beat. Had some nice little tie-ins here and there to the overarching Marvel Cinematic Universe, to where I wonder if those tie-ins will be like more obvious.
They will come to fruition.
Yeah. Because we had Miss Marvel, obviously tie-ins and stuff from like Echo and what have you, which Daredevil's appeared in Echo. Was there anything else that I'm missing? Besides-
Yeah, there's some spoilery things that I can't mention
Mm-hmm.
unless you've seen it.
That's true. That's true. But this is actually tied into the MCU. We'll see how that goes. One of the things that was actually announced, which is a bit unfortunate, is that Vincent D'Onofrio can't appear in movies because
Yeah.
of contract
Weird
stuff.
tie-up. Yeah.
So that sucks, but hey, at the very least. Oh, I remember the other one, which I hope that one actually comes to fruition, but we'll see. And okay, then the rest of this is mostly Nintendo stuff. New Pokemon Trading Card
Yeah, let's
Pockets
breeze through that.
set coming out. I feel like they upped the odds recently of actually getting good cards because I just got lambasted with like everything that I've needed for this set for whatever reason within the last like 2 weeks. Because it was.
Is it?
That's a word.
I'm trying to think it's the right word. Just like you got.
Probably incorrect, but
Because I can't remember off the top of my head what it means. Hold on.
I was
I'm
having
like,
a
I know
discussion
that.
with my brother
Yeah,
recently
nah.
where I was using
that
a
means
word.
criticize. It means to
Okay.
criticize harshly.
gotcha.
I'm like, Mike.
I was using
no.
a word, and he was like, "What does that mean?" And I couldn't tell him, but I knew I was using it in the correct context.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I know that means something that's not what he's meaning it to mean. And I was like, this needs to be said. Hold on.
And then last but not least is all the Switch 2 stuff. So last Thursday, Wednesday at midnight, Switch 2 pre-orders finally came out for the US. The console price did not increase, the game price did not increase, but all of the peripheral prices increased, which if something has to give, that's probably the best case scenario.
But this also indicates it is not tariff stuff for those game prices.
Nope.
For the game prices and
Never was.
again, the console was like on the higher
so
side, but
hold
still
on.
not
I can't say that that's true. So what might be happening here is that Nintendo might be shipping the game and the console at more of a loss and using the peripheral sales, which are tied into the console, because you need to buy these things, and they know you need to buy these things at a much higher retail comparative to the cost, so they can gain back some of their net margin in those peripheral sales. It's something I am actually seeing around pretty often right now. Like there's a lot of things that are mainstay parts of a project that are going to be sold as a loss leader, while the things you need on the side are the thing you're spending a couple more cents to maybe like $1 or so more on, but you're spending that in bulk and you have no idea how much money you're actually giving back to them in margin. It's going to make that more of an equilibrious situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I saw there with that, because that makes sense for Nintendo. Now, I'm not saying it is what's going on, but I'm saying if it is a tariff scenario, which I'm still not convinced it is, that would be how they're playing it, and this is why that's playing out that way.
Well, I mean, they did delay the pre-orders they outright stated due to the tariff, so at the very least...
Yeah, what they say and what's true is different. Because I've got plenty of people in my fucking email inbox saying, due to tariffs, and then I literally look at what's impacting their shit, and it's like 0.3% of their stuff is impacted, but they're trying to hit me with a 25% uptick. They're lying. It's not real. So you can't believe what they're saying. That's just business in a nutshell. Everybody's out for their own best interest, and Nintendo is very, very good at that. So don't do that.
Fair statement. So pre-orders went live on Thursday. Target, Walmart, and Best Buy, well, all of them said they were going live at midnight. Target and Walmart did, and then Best Buy, it was just like, oh, it's midnight? Everyone was like refreshing, and then Best Buy's just like, MIA, like, and I was like, what the fuck, come on. And back when the PS5 came out, I would have said the like best retailers to get the pre-orders for a PS5 would have been Best Buy. GameStop was okay just because the bundles, they had like bundle deals, which usually like let you get in. That's actually how I got my PS5. And then Walmart, I would have said, don't even fucking bother. Because basically it's about 0.5 seconds after they went live, because they didn't have any of their shit protected behind anything. People just hit their APIs directly and stuff sold out not even a second later. I found out, though, after talking with some coworkers, apparently, even during the PS5 stuff and even before that, Walmart had been rebuilding their website from the ground up for modern stuff to the point that now it's the best place to do pre-order stuff.
A lot of the people that I know that did get in got in because they went through Walmart.
Walmart has
including our boy DSP.
Yeah. There's a like actual line queuing thing. That actual line queue, you can be like, I want to keep shopping. It puts in the bottom left-hand corner while you can do some other shopping and what have you, and then it'll blink up saying, hey, your stuff, you got 10 minutes to get it. Extremely good system. Like, the only critique I could give as a software developer is to like give a better notification on web to be like, hey, your cart, like your item, you're queued up in line now. You can go and buy your item. On mobile, it actually gives you like a push notification. So like that there, it's like super fine. Yeah, Walmart
like an alert
was
or something.
exactly.
In the screen.
Yeah, like Walmart was king, which was again, having seen what happened with the PS5, shocked me.
And that's what Sony did themselves on their own website for the PS5. It would be, hey, we're unlocking at 9 at certain points of time. They never told you the time. You could only refresh like once every 5 minutes, and then it just wouldn't work for you anymore. So it might unlock at 9:07, and if you refresh then, you get put into the queue, and then you just buy your thing once you're in the queue.
And then, yeah, Best Buy still has their line thing, but it's a little bit now inferior to Walmart because once you're on that page of like, you're in line, you got to stay there until it actually refreshes, and then you're up to buy something. GameStop was still the same. They went live at 8 a.m., but they kind of got DDoSed. Target sucked.
I got DDoSed. I don't know why that's so fucking funny, but
they did. Target as well got DDoSed. Like their shit sucked, which I started at Target and I really didn't want to buy from them just because I don't want to support Target, yeah, for their anti-DEI stuff.
You don't want to support them because, Target, yeah.
And thankfully, like, that didn't go through. I ended up getting it through Walmart. A person that I knew actually got 4 because he wanted one, his wife wanted one, and then he got 2 for a couple of his buddies. And also, he probably wanted more just because he is one of the main TOs of Splatoon in the Midwest. And in order to do a full Splatoon tournament, you need 4 Switches per team, baby. So he needs more Switches and more docks in particular, which that uptick in dock pricing is not good for people like him. But I got the console, I got a Pro Controller, and then went to sleep, and then woke up the next morning and was like, fuck! Amiibos! Because you know me. Which those are one of the things that got an uptick in price, so that hurt a little bit. But there's a reason I have my sign back here saying, where's Yunobu? So that there's 4 Zelda Amiibos that came out, and those are the ones that I wanted to grab. I got 3 of the 4 Sages. All of them available, all of them I got relatively easy through Best Buy. For whatever reason, and people still don't know why, one of the champions, the Goron one, Yunobu, just did not go on sale anywhere.
Probably a supply issue.
Still don't know why. He is bigger. He's a big boy, maybe material wise, but
and now that completionist mindset of yours is just like, well, what's the point of having any of them if I can't have all of them?
No. I still want
That's
them.
not how his... wrong take on the completionist mindset.
I got 3 of them already, man.
Everything, regardless on if it's on sale or not. I'll spend more money to complete the set.
No,
I
won't.
Sucker.
No, I won't. Because there's 2 Metroid Amiibos that I've been wanting forever, but they are like 4 times the cost right now in the secondhand market. I ain't doing that.
Yet.
Once they get reprinted, yeah, I'll buy them then, because then they'll be retail.
It's gonna be a little time where it's just like, well, my bonus just hit.
No,
I'm feeling a little froggy.
No. Hey, that was a nice raise I got. I could probably spend.
I ain't supporting scalpers.
Myself.
Eggs are going down.
I ain't supporting scalpers.
I know this knowledge, but I have it.
Rutherford hasn't billed me as of yet, but he will.
If I ever get a cook in my life, one of the prerequisites is going to be like, what's your name?
Rutherford.
Denise, sir, your name's not Rutherford. Get the fuck out. Next.
Would you be willing to change your name?
An extra $200, you say? A cheap
sir.
deal.
But yeah, and some people might be asking, but Mike, didn't you say you got the Nintendo thing? You signed up for through the Nintendo website. You're guaranteed a pre-order. No, you are not. In Japan, last week, they're like, we received 2.2 million pre-orders through our Nintendo platform. We cannot guarantee that all of you will get a pre-order for day one. You may get ones later. You are still guaranteed the pre-order. We just can't say when.
We're gonna be straight with you. We made 8 of them. We didn't expect.
Switch 2 ain't just a name.
Yeah. And then
Legit, though.
the same, I think it was like the day before the US pre-orders went live, Nintendo of America was like, hey, us too, guys. We cannot guarantee that all of you will get a pre-order for day one. We recommend you go to the retailers. Like, they basically recommended just do it the normal way. So I have one guaranteed now. If another one comes up, and if I have a friend that wants one, I can snag it for him, basically. That's how I looked at it.
Same thing my coworker did with his Switch 2. He got a pre-order, and he was like, I want it guaranteed. So he went to a retail, and he was like, if one of y'all want to Switch 2, just let me know. I will sell it to you.
Then, as one of the things that came up that was just marketing thing, but it was still fun. I didn't realize that Paul Rudd did a commercial for Nintendo way back when for the SNES.
Yes.
And they did a throwback commercial for the Switch 2 of him basically recreating that commercial, but then just, break the fourth wall of just like talking about it and yada yada. It was just a fun little commercial. I thought it was neat. They have an announcement in terms of at least 2 of the up-res port things for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, as well as Super Mario Party or Mario Party Jamboree. The pricing is $20 if you own the game and are upgrading the game. With just about everything else, I think that's a little too much. 10 to 15, I feel like
ain't no and a little too. That's way too.
10 to 15, I think. I'd say Kirby is better because there's more content, but it's still too much. Mario Party, no. That's $10 minimum. You just get a couple more game modes that if you're as our age, you're not playing them. It might be fun for kids, but then they'll get tired of it probably in 10 minutes. But yeah, Kirby at the very least does have like a whole new story section, so like there's that. But those are the only 2 games that they announced. They did not share the price for Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. And Breath of the Wild also has a knock against it to where none of the DLC is going to be a part of that port. None of it.
Yeah, that's stupid. So you pay for the upgrade,
it's
but don't
all
get the
bad.
DLC. They're going to keep getting away with it. Mubs will pay for that upgrade, and they'll pay for that
Yeah,
DLC.
Mike. You're part of the problem.
I'm aware.
Complain about society, yet you participate in it. Curious.
I love that one. I love that line so much.
What is that from?
It's a meme comic. Or just a comic.
Gotcha.
I mean, technically a meme. It's technically a meme.
What stuff is it? Everything. BT and I, and welcome.
Except
and then,
we're out of here.
well, got one more thing. There was the Mario Kart Direct, which didn't.
There was a what now?
There was a specific Direct for Mario Kart World.
Yeah. They
And
needed it.
What?
They do that. They have games focus directs every once in a while. And
It wasn't too long.
it was like a little 15-minute boyo. And it didn't tell us too much more than what we already knew.
Yeah, I don't think you can really do that for Mario Kart. There's not. You're driving courses, and
I think the
some new
only
items.
the only thing that like it answered that wasn't answered with the initial trailer was, does the open world have things to go around and find? And the answer is yes. Most people assumed,
That
but they
could have been a
didn't.
tweet.
Yeah, most people assumed, but they didn't know. And the rest of
no.
it was mostly stuff that people already guesstimated.
Things like Smash needed like the new mechanics, and here
Sure.
you can see some of the people's new attacks like the
Everyone is here.
yeah. Smash needs it. Mario Kart, I don't. What are you doing? It's literally a gameplay loop. Like, let it go.
Yep. But sans that, we are now at the end. Mr. Factman.
Also, Sinners is a good movie.
I was gonna ask.
So fucking good, bro.
Sinners is a good
Like that is
movie.
one of those movies that defines like a time frame. Like that
Yeah.
shit was phenomenal. Acting on point. Script
shockingly
on
great.
point. Fucking set pieces on point. Simple but effective is the method. It is not extravagant. There is not a lot of different places you see, but holy fuck are the ones you do used efficiently. It is insane.
There's a part where the kid starts playing and there's a bunch of stuff happening around him.
Sinners.
It's literally one of the greatest things I've ever seen in a movie. I love that
entire
sequence so much.
And that scene is what makes the film a point. It makes the entire rest of the movie make sense. And I've seen people questioning, like, well, I don't understand, like, what the main point of the bad guy doesn't make any sense. Why does he
That's
need
so
him?
stupid, especially since in the very beginning, there's a narration that tells you, hey, music does this, but it also does this. And both things happen. How could you not recognize this? See, this is why mubs with this Last of Us need Abby to give a whole speech about things. Because these mothers cannot recognize when a mother narrates what happens in the movie in the first frame of the movie, and then 50 minutes later they go, I don't understand why this is happening.
Yep. So I took 3 of my friends to go see this. None of them knew anything about it except other than the trailer that we all saw together when we saw Nosferatu. Now, if you remember, the very first trailer they dropped for Sinners didn't tell us shit about the movie. You didn't know what the fucking
your
plot
boy
line was.
Has seen 0 trailers about this movie.
What I'm saying is,
I
you
knew
saw this.
the director, I knew the writer, and I've heard the positive word of mouth. That's all I needed. I knew what the monsters were, but that was
I knew a lot just because I wasn't sure if I wanted to see it because the first trailer kind of had me like, is this what is the movie? And I saw more than I would have liked to see, but I still saw it. But my 3 other friends knew nothing other than the trailer we saw during Nosferatu, which is, again, you didn't know what you were walking into. So the first moment, and BG,
hell no, I won't watch this.
You'll like this, BG. So my buddy is deeply Irish. Deeply Irish.
Oh, I'm sure he was having fun with a certain section.
So the first, when they opened the movie and that whole dialogue about, the singers and musicians, and the first one is about, like, they talk about, like, the Irish speakers, and then going into all the different, peoples who have, like, been deep into song. He goes, you don't see the Irish getting called out a lot. I'm sure there won't be more to play in the movie. We're never given that much thought. I just kind of went, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be real good. And then that character comes up, bro.
Here's the thing. That's why when Ralph said it was so well acted, I went shockingly so because I do not like Michael B. Jordan in a lot of things. People love
killed it.
Killmonger. I have never loved his portrayal of Killmonger. I like what the writing was there, but I've never liked his acting in it. I've never liked seeing what's that cartoon he's in? Jesus Christ,
Genlock.
awful. What? Genlock, one of the worst voice acting performances I've ever heard. He stinks. I've always thought he was a hack, but my God, he was so good in this movie.
Oh, dude, he acted his life out. I will say the only person who sold their role better than he did, and again, he acted out twins with very different personalities, and he
Yes.
did each personality justice.
And
Like,
you could tell, even without visual cues, which twin he was at that moment.
talking? Dude, that's the most impressive part. But I think the only person who, again, she had markedly less dialogue, but boy, was her dialogue good, was Haley Seinfeld, bro.
Oh yeah, she killed it.
Every single line she said had my ass dying.
It's a good movie, y'all.
Every line.
I can't say too much more about it, but my God,
No,
it's a good
literally
movie.
can't. But I will say, like, out the gate, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah,
And then by the end, I didn't know how much time had passed.
yeah. I looked at my
sucked
watch
in.
and I saw it was like an hour and 20 in, and I went, "What the? How's that possible?"
Correct. When we actually got to the barn, I just kind of went, no fucking way. Like, there's no fucking way.
BTNI, I will say this is or BTNL. No, it would be I. I'll say this is a movie worth breaking that rule over. I understand the rule because Matt Damon sucks and Michael B. Jordan sucks, but this is a movie worth breaking that rule.
It is so fucking good.
It's
like,
such a good movie.
If you have not gone to see it, Mike, go see it.
Or just wait for your boy to add it to Plex.
It is worth seeing in theaters.
It is worth seeing.
It's a rude call out, but a fair call out.
Mike comes home and streams. Mike comes home or doesn't stream in games. Mike needs to get told to go do other things.
Yeah, just no stream this week, guys. Going to see Sinners.
Yeah. Hey guys, gonna put down Pokemon Evolve for about 3 hours. I'm gonna go watch this movie about vampires.
Nah.
Back in a little bit. I hate you.
Gotta catch them all.
But yeah, no, phenomenal film. Phenomenal. And then yesterday I went and not yesterday, Friday. Friday I went and saw the anniversary showing of Revenge of the Sith.
It's
That
to
movie,
watch in a theater.
It was. It really was. If you go see it, legitimately, it's worth watching in theaters again. If you didn't see it the first time through, which I didn't see episode 3. I saw episodes 1 and 2 in theaters. I never saw episode 3 in theaters during its original run.
I gotta start getting back into going into the theater.
Yeah, I won't do it for everything, but seeing Sinners was worth it, and then seeing Star Wars was worth it. I will say some of the CGI and the tracking for lightsabers, not it. Oh boy, it did not work.
Bro,
anywhere
watch
as well.
The original Sam Raimi Spider-Man today.
Yes, I did.
Boy, some of them webs do not look good.
Boy, it's so bad. But I will definitely say it was cool because you had Hayden Christensen come up, like walking from off screen to give a thank you message for everyone coming to see it for its anniversary showing.
Oh, that's cool.
And I just thought that was fucking cool because that guy got dumpstered on for his initial playthrough as Anakin. And he was actually really fucking good with the role. He did not deserve the hate. So him getting a chance to be like, hey guys, thanks for coming. I was just like,
it's more so that they felt he destroyed their vision of what Darth Vader was initially.
But that wasn't Vader. That's the thing, is you weren't looking at Vader. It was Anakin motherfucking Skywalker.
But it's still this, he's a whiny dude in the no and all of that.
Oh, like, dude, the whole theater The whole theater broke and laughed at that part. That shit was bad. But that's not on him.
I was like, that wasn't even him. That was James Earl Jones.
Yeah, but
regardless,
he's the catalyst of breaking the mysticism of what Darth Vader was in their eyes.
And the funny thing is,
it's not fair.
And I agree. There's actually some like behind the scenes stuff that was like in the DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever came out at that time, where you see it's like a behind the scenes thing of like George Lucas directing Hayden Christensen. And you hear him give a delivery of a line, and you're like, oh, that's good. And George Lucas goes, no, I want you to say it like this. And it's so much worse. George Lucas
good, my boy.
is a terrible actor-director. Awful.
No, he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. He has no idea how things should be emoted. I mean, look at the way he treated fucking, what's her name on the set of the original trilogy?
Leia?
He doesn't, I'm forgetting her name.
Well, that's the only Carrie Fisher. The thing is, he was only the director of the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. He did not direct those. It was only in New Hope.
Him being a part of anything is a problem. Like, stick to writing. He created
a fantastic world.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like, know when to step away from your product and let it live. A certain person wrote Harry Potter, but just need to get the fuck away. Stay out of the limelight.
Bro, Cursed Child is god
So
awful.
bad. It's so bad.
I'm glad that was never adopted. It might kill the franchise.
Oh, it was going to be. No, it was going to be. It was set to be a movie. Speaking of that, I was reading earlier, BG, that the team behind Claire Obscure has already sold film rights.
I don't doubt it. Split Fiction already has one of the main actresses in Sydney Sweeney.
Yep.
Like, no. These people are moving so fast with these video games because they've seen video game movies be successful now, so they're in. They've seen video game TV shows be successful, so they're in. They're gonna snatch up these franchises before they get too big. So they might be able to buy the film rights for 15, 20 million, as opposed to let's give it a year and a half, 2 years, and all of a sudden it's a bidding war, and that price is 50 million.
Yep.
So they're snatching these up as soon as possible.
Dude,
so
you could
expectations
just Charlie
for a Claire
Cox.
Obscure movie?
You could get Charlie Cox to just play his character. It kind of looks like
expectations for a Claire Obscure movie.
Anko, I'm telling you this right now. It takes a lot in me not to go see The Cursed Child.
I can see it. I would absolutely see it.
It still plays, but it plays in like New York and Los Angeles, and sometimes it'll go to places like Milwaukee.
So you're coming out to Milwaukee, I hear. We're going to go see Cursed Child together.
And you know what's funny? I got a boy out in Milwaukee that has asked me to come to his fighting game tournament, one of his monthlies.
All right, BG's coming to Milwaukee. He's coming to Wisconsin. We're going to go see Cursed Child. This is going to happen.
Boy.
I am just going to record his reaction as his face just falls in certain scenes.
I know what's coming. Yep. I would have to see the trolley witch do her bullshit. I would be pissed. Never mind, I'm not going to see that. I would be pissed.
As the sorting hat being just a guy.
Never mind. I'm not seeing that trash. I'm gonna talk myself out of it
in a minute.
I was just thinking, because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be goofy fun, but no, I would just be mad
the entire time.
Beautiful.
Gotta clap at the hat. Woo!
All right.
Oh shit.
Fact man.
Back us out.
15 hotel facts.
15.
1.
14.
Horror movies are cheap and they have a good return, so that's why they're garbage. You can pump out a $3 million horror movie that will make $15 million. It's easy. What were the numbers?
15.
No,
1 to 15.
14.
1.
1, 4, 7, 11, 12, 14. 1, 4, 7, 11, 12, 14.
12.
Boy, coming in the overtime.
There we go.
A poodle jumped out of a balcony of a hotel and killed a woman, which caused a curious bystander to cross the street and get hit by a bus. A third bystander died of a heart attack after seeing all of this.
Final destination, May 6th.
Coming in, overtime, number 12! Triple
This is the
homicide!
viral marketing. Gotcha.
It had to have been an anime convention or something. Definitely. Absolutely.
All right, I need to look this up. Was it
You just gotta-
Poodle Hotel Heart Attack? That
Yeah,
might.
with that brain. Did the dog live?
No!
Oh.
Oh, that dog hit at terminal velocity.
The dog,
that
if the
shit
lady died, the dog died!
Why is the first link I get is Reddit r/today I learned.
Three people died after 34 years ago. Oh,
34.
it was a 75-year-old. 13 stories.
Yeah. Oh, 13 stories. Yeah, that's
terminal canine velocity.
The Argentine pool incident. Poodle incident. Sorry, poodle incident. In 1988, a poodle in Buenos Aires fell from a balcony, landed on a woman, killing her instantly. A bystander rushed over to help and was killed by a bus. A man witnessing the whole incident had a heart attack and died. Damn.
The dog lived.
Three people and an animal killed because it fell out of
A non-violent breed of dog as well. You might think of it as like a dog that causes an incident. Oh, is it a pit bull? No, it was a poodle.
Just fell. Okay.
It's been one of the better ones we've had in a little while.
What do you think you can do to help, sir? Crossing the street to get hit by the bus.
Well, you just see this small brown mass slap this woman in the face and her neck snap like a twig, and you're just like, hey, maybe I can help.
Sir,
maybe she's not dead.
What color do you think a poodle is?
I don't know why my brain auto-filled back to color. I fully admit that one. Because I associate chihuahuas with death. So there's this thing.
What?
What?
Taco Bell must have gave you nightmares back in the day.
Fun fact, Ralph thinks chihuahuas equal death. Explain.
They're vicious little bastard dogs. Like, they're not dogs, they're assholes.
But
It's like a fucking rat.
They're tiny. How does that kill a man?
It's just they go over your ankles every fucking time you see one. All they want to do is fucking just harass and bite at you and shit.
That doesn't mean death. Oh,
There has been a reported 2 humans' deaths linked to chihuahuas between 2005 and 2018.
See? You was talking all that good shit.
Chihuahua.
2.
Bro,
How many
more
poodle
people
deaths?
die from
How
like
many poodle
foliage
deaths?
than a
yeah, it's
chihuahua.
like of every dog breed in existence.
Nah, they still
I'm
out here. They're still
sure
killing.
Chihuahuas
They're still killing.
are
It's-
bottom 0.5%
like
in
golden
fatalities.
retrievers.
They still killing. I'm vindicated.
They're still killing.
There is no available data on how many people have been killed by poodles.
At least
Facts.
We got one.
Facts.
3.
See?
We've got
Three.
one.
3.
See?
Directly
talking-
one.
See? Chihuahuas are the problem. I stand vindicated.
Chihuahua is twice as vicious as poodle deaths.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Sing the praises of a man. He is right.
Thank
Get
you,
us
everybody,
out of here.
for tuning into this episode of the podcast stuff. No stream tomorrow. Tuesday should be wrapping up Pokemon Evolved right at the end, and I only have one Pokemon left to catch. So, and then it's just, I have infinite rare candies. It's just a matter of evolving them, seeing what their evolutions are. There's a lot of disappointments in the game, but some good bangers, but there's a lot of disappointments. And then after that, either Resi 3 or Blueprints. I'm eyeing it. By the way, just to let you BG know, when you first talked about the game, I'd never heard about it before. I looked up Blueprints as in
Oh, dude.
RINTS. I'm like, what? This doesn't
That
look
is
new.
the pun.
Yes.
'Cause you
After the
build
fact,
them with
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and then that makes sense. Did not realize what the game was, but I figure puzzle solver, even if I'm not a fan of the roguelike genre in general, I figure
Really, I
puzzle
love
solver.
roguelikes.
I'm just the repetition of the gameplay loop has never been. It's like too repetitive for me.
Give me Balatro all day, every day.
But and then something maybe on Friday, maybe some more Split Fiction. We'll see.
I am not around.
Okay, there we go. No Ralph. So with that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week.
Not with me.
All right, no Ralph. Bye-bye.
Later.